only other thing getting me going is I went to Selfridges this weekend and I bought a Temperley London pink sequin jumpsuit, and I bought it in the size that's a bit small for me.
Okay.
And I can't,
if I put on that jumpsuit.
Yeah, if I put on £3, I will not fit that jumpsuit. I won't get it over my shoulder.
Okay, right, Trinny. That pink sequin jumpsuit is getting on next week. Right, hands down, under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Let's go into your cat dog stretch. Lift that upper mid back, really feel like you're getting a nice big stretch through the spine. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, push your chest towards the ground, draw the shoulders down, lift your head. And inhale, you're going to flex again, lifting the belly button. And exhale, extend, lengthen that neck. And feel like your abdominals are getting a little bit of a stretch there, and flex. One more time, then come to neutral. Then I want you to bring your left hip towards your left shoulder and look towards your left hip, as if you are a dog about to wag its tail or wagging its tail, but it's slowed down. And you're going to switch to do the same on the other side. So you're looking around, and by looking as well, you're going to get a bit of a stretch through the front of the neck. And back to the other side. So you're creating a C curve with the spine. Then come back to the center, and I want you to bring your knees apart a little bit and reach your arms forward so you can stretch out the muscles underneath your shoulders. And then you're going to walk your hands over to your right. Keep your left hand pinned down on the mat. Place your right hand over your left and pull into the left side of your body so you feel a really nice stretch underneath the armpit. Really getting into those lats. And then walk your hands over to the left. Keep your right hand pinned down on the floor. Place your left hand over your right. And you're going to pull into the right side of your body. And if your lats are really tight, sometimes that can give you a little bit of an achy lower back feeling. So it's important to stretch out the lats. Back to the center. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to slowly roll up. Roll the shoulders back a couple of times. And then I want you to lie on your back. We'll just get started with a little bit of ab prep, and then we'll go straight into the workout. So you're lying on your back, and I want you to come into a little bit of lumbar movement. So we're going to get the lower back working. I want you to push your hips into the mat. So you're creating space underneath that lower back and the mat. And then you're going to tuck in. Not too much, just enough to activate those lower abdominals. And again, release, pushing the hips in towards the mat and tuck in. Go for another 2 of these. One more, you're going to tuck in and hold. Then one at a time, bring your legs into a tabletop. So your legs are in tabletop, in the air, 90 degrees at the hips and knees. Now I want you to keep your left hand pushed into your left thigh. You're going to reach your right arm up to the sky. From there, extend your right leg and reach your right arm back. Then you're going to bring it back in to tabletop. And the fingertips are going to reach up to the sky. We're going to go for 30 seconds on each side. Good. Inhale, you reach. Exhale to bring it back. And actually, by pushing your hand into your leg, you're also going to get the arm firing a little bit, including those triceps. So the back of the arm will start to fire up too. And the harder you push into the leg, the more activation you are going to get. Go for another 2. Reach back and hold. Hold this. Really push into that right thigh. Good. Hold it there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arm back in. Bring the leg back in. Tuck your hips in again. Bring the legs into tabletop. And you're going to push your left hand into your left thigh. Reach your right arm up. And then go into those reaches. Deep breath in to reach back. Exhale to bring the arm and the leg in. And then inhale, reach back again. Bring that left leg away from your torso a little bit so you've got that 90-degree angle. Good. Fully extending that right leg, tucking those hips. Going for another 4. Go for 3, 2, 1 more. You're going to reach that arm back, reach that leg forwards, push into your left leg. Into a little bit of more upper ab work. So you're going to lie down on your back, hands behind your head. Take a deep breath in and exhale, lift your chest, pause for a second. Inhale, head goes back down. Exhale, lift your chest. Hold for 1, 2, head goes back down.
I had a phone call I had to get rid of. So I don't know what I'm doing.
Sorry.
I had a phone call I had to get rid of, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Stomach curl. So your hands are behind your head. And you're going to just lift your chest and hold for 2 seconds. Then place your head back down. And again, lift. Hold for 1, 2, head goes back down. Good, perfect. So keep those elbows nice and wide. And that little hold is going to challenge your muscles isometrically. So holding a contraction, meaning you have to work a little harder for a little longer. Good, and lift. Perfect, Trinny. You're here for another 30 seconds, then we're going to do some pulses. So keep those elbows wide. The further apart your elbows are, the more your stomach is going to have to work. Good, and imagine that there's a string coming from the top of your chest, just pulling your chest up towards the sky. Go for 2 more. Lift and hold your next one, and you have 10 pulses up. So little pulses up, go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1, lift and hold. So you're going to hold it for another 3, 2, 10 more pulses up, go for 10, 9, 8, little pulses, good, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and hold for 5. Hold it, 3, 2, 1, and rest. I want you to have a really big stretch. You're going to reach your arms above your head and reach your legs long on the ground. That's it. Perfect. And as you know, we're just going to do a couple of glute bridges to fire up the backs of the legs and stretch out the front of the hip too. So bring your feet to a fist distance apart, tuck your hips in, lift up into that glute bridge, and then you're going to roll back down. Trying to go sequentially through your vertebra, so you get a little bit of movement through the spine. Tuck in and lift, really bringing the hips towards the belly button, so you're not letting that lower back arch too much. And that way you're going to get more engagement through the glute maximus, big glutes to the back. Good, going for another 3. Fantastic, go for 2. Nice, lift and hold your next one. 20 pulses up. Little pulses, really working the backs of those legs. Good, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 to go. Good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll down. Perfect. You're going to turn over now, Trinny. We're going to go into that dynamic lizard stretch. You start off in that high plank position, then bring your left foot forwards, reach up to the sky with your left hand. Then place your left hand down, step back, right foot forwards, reach up to the sky with your right hand. Then hand down, foot back. You're going to keep going from one side to the other for the next 30 seconds. So we begin to fire up the arm, the upper body a little bit, get a bit of rotation in, and a bit of a stretch through the front of the hip as well as the inner and outer thigh. Good. Perfect. Really opening up the chest. Feel like you're getting a little bit of a stretch to those pecs. Excellent. Going for another 2. 1 more. Now you're going to hold a high plank. So I want you to hold a high plank in a second, Trinny. So we can fire up the shoulders and the triceps and the stomach a little bit more. So hands are going to be under the shoulders. Okay, yeah, with the lizard, you bring the foot to the outside of the same hand, you bring it forwards, then the opposite hand stays on the ground and you reach up to the sky with the same hand. Trinny?
Yeah.
I think that either the picture is the picture frozen?
No, why?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't see you in frame, and I don't know if.
I know.
Oh, there
you
you
are.
Okay. Oh, okay. Great.
It's very hot.
Ah, yes. Okay. Right, we're going to go into the plank shoulder taps in a second.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I want you in a high plank position, hands under the shoulders, feet down, nice, strong, solid plank, and your feet are actually going to be almost mat width. Then you're going to bring your right hand to your left shoulder, then your left hand to your right shoulder. Try to keep the hips as still as possible. That's the hardest thing about this exercise. Keeping your hips stable. You've really got to squeeze your butt as much as you can. If your wrists hurt doing this exercise, then hold a plank on your forearms, and you can either lift one forearm and then the other, or just hold the plank on your forearms. You're here for another 15 seconds, Trinny. Good, going for another 4, 3, keep those hips still. Good, last one, walk your hands towards your feet. Good, come up onto your feet, and then you're going to hold a squat and come into a little bit of shoulder mobility. So I want you to come up onto your feet, and you're going to come into Y's with those arms. Good, so you're holding a semi-squat, thumbs are turned up towards the sky, and you're going to bring your arms into a Y shape, and then you bring them down. Inhale to lower them, exhale to lift, feeling that you're really engaging those back muscles as you lift the arms, hips are tucked in a little bit, and this fires up those lower trapezius exercises. So, Trinny, would you like to do full body, or do you want to just focus on the upper body today?
I don't mind.
Okay, so why don't we do full body, but with more upper body exercises?
Yeah.
So we get the whole body working. You've got one more. Lift and stop there. Okay, I want you to get a chair ready, because we will do some tricep dips today. If you're at home, grab a sip of water or grab your chair. You're going to grab your chair and get ready to go. Okay, so let's start off with a little bit of lower body, and we'll bring some arm movement in. So I want you to come into a plie squat stance. So your feet are wider than hips, toes are turned out to the side. You're going to squat down, then lift your heels. So we get a bit of calf work in. You lower, lift the heels, lower the heels, then stand up, and I want you to reach your arms up to the sky, squeezing your glutes as you stand. Then you lower, calf raise, heels down, stand up, reach your arms up to the sky. So we're getting in a little bit of calf work, a little bit of leg work, thigh work, and your glutes switch on in this one too. And then as a bonus with the arms reaching up into the air, you're going to be warming up the shoulders. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, inhale, down, exhale, reach up to the sky. Good. And you're going to do this for 60 seconds, so 1 minute. You're not holding any weights here. You've got a little bit of a challenge with that small hold with the calf raise. And of course, I'll make it a little more exciting at the end by making it slightly harder. And when you go into your squat, try to keep the hips tucked in rather than pushing them back. If they're tucked in, you're going to be working the side butt, the muscles around the hips a little bit more. Go for another 4. Good. 3. They're separate movements, so you squat, hold, lift, lower, rise up. Lower and hold your next one, Trinny. You're going to stay down, hips tucked in. 10 calf raises in this position. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They stand up. Shake off those legs for a second, and you're going to use your chair now to do tricep dips. So you've got your chair. Fingers are going to be turned forwards, elbows tucked into the side of the body. Bring your hips off the chair, bring the shoulders back. So you're trying to open your chest, and you inhale, lower. Exhale, you lift, extending those arms. You want to use your body weight. Sorry, use your body weight as resistance, so you're not just lifting the hips up and down. Good, the more lengthened out your legs are, the harder it's going to be. Perfect. Try to keep pulling the shoulders back. And we're only doing 30 seconds here. Tricep dips are really difficult. If your wrists don't feel comfortable, you can get some weights or some books and lower them and lift them above your head. You have 3 more, Trinny. Perfect. Go for 2. Last one. And stop. Right, I want you to take it over to the mat. You're going to place your forearms down on your mat, and you're going to come into a plank. So now you're going to work the triceps isometrically rather than concentrically. So you're holding a plank on your forearms, hips are tucked in, upper mid-back is domed, you're squeezing your butt. And it's a static hold. We're going to do no fancy planks today. Just a good old-fashioned static hold plank. Really tough. Belly button lifted, hips tucked in. You have really fantastic form there, Trinny. Nice deep breaths. Good. Keep holding. You're here for another 25 seconds. Good. That's it. It's going to feel tough after the tricep dips, but you've got it. And as a bonus, you're getting a bit of core work in. You've got 6 seconds left. Let's see if you can hold for that last 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, Trinny, back up onto your feet. Grab a sip of water if you need. And if you do have a long band there or a dressing gown cord to free up those shoulders, bringing your band up and over your head, then go for it. Because you're just going to get a little bit of a stretch through the chest.
I got it.
Okay, no problem. If you just move the arms a little bit, you'll get a similar effect. Okay, we're going to go back to exercise number 1. There's plie, calf raise, and then arm reach. Are you ready? 3, 2, go. Bring your feet a little bit further apart, Trinny. Toes turned out. Think about if you're sliding down between 2 panes of glass. So you can't really push your hips back. Your chest is upright. Lift, lower, reach up. And as I always say, we're not ballerinas. We're not going to go into that super massive turnout because most people don't have that lateral rotation in the hip. So you find your natural turnout by just turning the toes out, then taking a step. That is your natural turnout. And then focus on pushing the knees out to the side. 20 seconds to go. Lift those heels, good, lower, and rise up, reach the arms up to the sky. Fantastic. Go for another 3. Lift, lower, rise. Go for 2. Good. Reach. 1 more. Rise up, then get down. You're going to hold that plie and do the 10 calf raises. So you're holding the plie, 10 calf raises. That's it. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, hips are tucked, 4, 3, 2, 1, and step in. Tricep dips. Heading to your chair, fingertips turned forward, shoulders step back. To make it harder if you want to on this round, just lengthen your legs out a little bit. So you inhale, lower your body, exhale, you push. Really just using the backs of your arms, not letting yourself just dip the hips up and down. Good. Really fantastic exercise. Really tough on the back of the arms if you don't have any weights or anything. Good, halfway through. Okay, going for another 4, 3, 2, last one, and stop. You're going to go straight down onto your mat and come into your plank. Forearms are down, hips are level with the shoulders. Someone said, is it important to wear trainers as I've had, or can I train barefoot as I've had heel pain? Let's go with that plank, Trinny. You've got 45 seconds. I actually think training barefoot is amazing because we have loads of nerves in our feet and you want your muscles to get strong. And one way of doing that is to train barefoot. And you can improve your balance if you're training barefoot. If you have pain in your heel, it's because your calves are very tight and your plantar fascia, the sole of the foot, is very tight too. So that could be a reason, it may not be, but that's the most common reason. So you can get a tennis ball, push the sole of your foot onto the tennis ball or a trigger point ball and roll it around. That's going to release that plantar fascia. And also focus on stretching out your calves because I thought pain in the heel is commonly related to plantar fasciitis. Trinny, you've got 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, you're going to come up onto your feet and then we're going to go into another set of exercises. I want you to get your books or some weights. Okay, so the next set, after a sip of water, you're going to be using some books to come into a side lunge and shoulder press. So I want you to focus just on the one side, toes are turned forwards, you're going to push the hips out to the side, books are close to the chest, then you come in, press the weights up above the head. Side lunge, shoulder press. So you're getting in a little bit of shoulder sculpting work now. That's it. Deep breath in, exhale, drive. Make sure you're really pushing the hips back as you do this. And you squeeze your butt when you come out of it. Toes are turned forwards, so you're not just leaning to the side. If your toes are forwards, you're really going to notice the difference and feel it through this part of the leg. That's it, fantastic. Going for another 3. Press. 2. Press, and last one. Good, reach those arms up, and you switch to do the same on the other side. So we go, you're going to lean, and push the weights up, squeeze the butt. And when your arms are above your head, you really work on that core, because it's providing all the stability for your spine, holding a weight above your head. Quick check to make sure those toes are forwards, Trinny. You're really pushing your butt back and you're leaning into the side. Good. Strengthening the muscles around the knee here. Last two. Good, go for one more, reaching straight up. And stop. Okay, you're going to put the book down. And I want you to come over to your mat. And you're going to come into a push-up to Superman. But we're going to do really slow eccentric push-ups. So your hands are down underneath your shoulders. You start off in a full push-up position, if you can. And you're going to slowly lower yourself for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your arms, lift your chest a little bit. Then hands back down, knees down, push. Back up onto your feet. Lower, so you're in a high plank position. Lower for 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Lift the chest, lift the arms. Hands down, knees down, push. Then lift those knees quickly at the top. And again, let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Try to slow it down on that way down. So you're working eccentrically those triceps. Working when the muscles are lengthening. Build strength very quickly. Good, and if you're at home and this is too difficult, you can do this against your sofa or even a wall. You want to be in that full push-up position, or a table, or you can keep your knees down on the ground. Oh. Perfect, Trinny. Lift those arms quickly, so you're releasing the front of the body. Sit lower. Really nice. Lift the arms.
Squat. Why am I putting my arms forward?
No, just out to the side in a 90-degree angle. Sit and push. Hips tucked, glutes engaged. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift those arms. You've got one more, okay? This is your last one in this set. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the arms. Push. Now lie on your back. You're going to do a little bit of oblique work. We're going to go into the side bend ab exercise. So you're lying down on your back. I know it's really hot in London and it's so hard to exercise when it's hot. It makes you feel very lethargic.
I can't get my bloody dice to stay in the same position anyway.
Oh no.
Okay, what am I doing next?
Right, you're lying down on your back and you're going into the side bend ab exercise. So your left hand is going to be behind your head. You're going to reach your right hand down towards your ankle or in between the legs. So you're reaching to the side, chest stays lifted. So your body is like a pendulum really. You're going to reach round to the side, chest stays in the air. Good. Exhale to reach around. Perfect. Really nice, Trinny. Chest stays lifted. Bring your feet a tiny bit closer together. That's it. 10 seconds and you switch to do the same on the other side. 3. Go for 2 more reps. Last one, switch. Good. Reaching around to the side. Perfect. Keep the chest lifted. Amazing. So we're here, we're working on the side of the stomach. Going for 10 more seconds. 3 more reps. 2 more. Last one. And stop. Have a really big stretch. Lie down and stretch your arms above your head. Reach your legs long. Good. And then bring those arms down. You can turn over and do a quick cat dog stretch if you want to. Have a sip of water and then you're back to the first exercise, which was the side lunge with the shoulder press. So as it's really hot, it's really important to stay hydrated. If you have electrolytes every day when it's hot, because you lose a lot of minerals.
Okay, I don't know which one I'm doing, sorry.
Right, side lunge with the shoulder press. I want you to grab your books or your weights. Then you take a wide stance. So you're going to come into the side, pushing your hips to the side and back. Elbows tucked into the balls of the body. Then you're going to push the arms up above your head. So you come to the side, then push, squeeze your butt, tuck your hips so that you're not hanging out, hinging that spine. You want to keep your spine as neutral as possible. And you're bringing the weight straight up above the head, rather than rotating your body. So I want you to just push straight up. Good. Keep those toes parallel, so toes are turned forwards. Good. Shoulders stay back. Going for another 2. Go for 1 more on this side. Fantastic. And you're going to switch to do the same on the other side. Really make sure that you are just pushing the hip to the side and the toes are turned forwards. And you're reaching straight up rather than getting in a twist. 30 seconds. Deep breath in, lower. Exhale, you're going to push. Quite a few people are asking if you're saving this exercise routine.
Yeah, on my GTV.
And you've got a whole series, haven't you, for exercise?
Yeah.
You've got 10 seconds, Trinny, doing fantastically. Keep the weights close to your body when you're in that lunge, and then you push straight up. Last one. Good. And stop there. Okay, put those weights down. We're going to go into those eccentric push-ups now. Really tough, but really fantastic for quickly building up strength. Hands down, feet down, knees lifted. You slowly lower yourself for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the arms, knees down, push. And again, try to keep those hips in line with the shoulders as you lower into that push-up. Good, and push. And if you need to, you can always regress it to placing your knees down on the mat and continuing the exercise. Halfway. Sit, tuck those hips in a little bit. Perfect, Trinny, doing really well. Make sure you go for that little arm lift so you're not getting any too much tension around the neck. There we go. 2 more. That is all. Lift those arms, push. You're going to come into your last one now. You can do it. Lower for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift those arms and then push. Last push. Yes, right. You can lie on your back. You're going to come into that oblique exercise. So you're lying down, coming into the side bend. Right. Right hand behind your head. That's it. And you're going to reach around. Keep the chest lifted. Sometimes when this movement is quite small, but it's intense, it's really very powerful. So you keep the chest lifted and it's just and you keep intensifying that little side bend. 10 seconds. Perfect. Go for 3, 2, 1, stop. Let's switch to do the same on the other side. Good, reaching around, little side bend. Nice, and because that chest is in the air the whole time, your abs stay switched on. It's really tough. Halfway. Good, can you reach around even more? Get an even deeper side bend in. 3 to go, 2, last one, stop. Have a stretch, you can reach those arms up, reach your legs along. Good, nice deep breath, and exhale, you're going to bring those arms down, bring the legs up, and you're going to turn over, quick cat dog stretch, and then we've got the last round of exercises. And you're actually going to use your mat for this. So you're going to be doing some side lying work. We're going to go into that lying triceps push, where you lie on your side. So you're going to lie on your right side. You're going to wrap your wrap your right arm around your ribs and have your left hand on the ground with your fingertips pointing up towards the crown of your head. Then you push
where are you putting your right arm? I didn't hear you. Where's your right arm
around your ribs. Around your ribs like this. So you push like that. You've done this one before. Yeah.
And where are the legs?
Your top, the leg on top is going to be straight.
And are the knees straight to the hip or are they forward?
They're forwards very slightly for balance.
Okay.
There we go. Perfect. Deep breath in. Exhale. Push, straighten that right arm. Good. Keep the top leg on the ground. That's it. Push and lower. This one is a really tough exercise for the back of the arms. Really tough on those triceps.
How do you not let it go in the neck?
Is it going? Try to
I feel it's a bit in the shoulder.
Tuck your chin in like this and pull the shoulders back a little bit. Obviously that front arm, so make sure you're pulling that left shoulder back. That front arm is forward, so your shoulder isn't actually going to come forwards, but try to tuck the chin in as if you're creating a double chin. You're switching sides now, Trinny. So you're going to switch to do the same on the other side. So now, it's your left hand on the ground, right hand around the ribs. Good. Shoulders back. Perfect, and it's an exhale to push off the ground, inhale to lower. And if you want to make this one more difficult, you don't come all the way down to the ground, you hover and then you push. That way your triceps never switch off. You've got 2 more. Go for 1 more. And stop. Okay. You're going to turn onto your front and we're going to go into Supermans. So I want you to lie on your stomach. Hips are tucked in. You're going to have your arms at 90 degrees. You're going to bring the shoulders back, then lift your chest, lift your arms, bring the forearms up towards the sky. So you have 90 degrees at your elbows and you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. So you're getting in a little bit of back extension work. And I want you to focus on tucking that chin in here as if you're trying to push something away with the back of your head. So you're going to lift and then bring that body down. Try not to bring the elbows back too far. And this one is great for also sculpting the back of the shoulder. Good. Exhale, lift. Inhale, you're going to lower. And again, lift, shoulders back. Good. Going for another 3, 2, and last one. Rest in child's pose. Taking some nice deep breaths. Right, Trinny, you're going to go back to your first exercise, which was the tricep press. If you want some water, grab a sip of water. We'll have a little bit of recovery, and then you're going to go back into that lying side triceps push. Okay, so right hand is down on the ground, left hand is wrapped around the ribs. And you're going to push 30 seconds on each side. If you find this one really difficult, you can keep your other hand down on the ground. And it's going to help you a little bit. Keep your arm down on the ground rather than wrapped around the ribs. Or you can put it behind your head. Going for another. 3, 2, last one. Push. And switch to do the same on the other side. You've only got 2 more exercises to go, and then you're stretching, Trinny. Just 2 more exercises. So, and this is one of them. So, left hand is on the ground, deep breath in, exhale, going to push, keep the shoulders back. Good. You're here for another 20 seconds. Nice. Fully extending the arms so you get your triceps to their shortest position, so it's a full contraction. Go for 2. Go for 1 more. And stop. You're going to lie on your stomach and come into the back extension work with the arm lifts. So we come into the Supermans. Okay, so the last exercise. Take a deep breath in. You're going to exhale, lift your chest, lift those arms. Good. Inhale, relax your head down. This one is great for your posture. Negates all of that slouching or looking over at your device or your desk. Really open the chest and try to tuck the chin in to pull the head back. Go for another 2. Good. And last one. Fantastic. Rest in your child's pose. So you're going to push back, let your back elongate in your child's pose. And we're going to go into stretches now. We're going to stretch everything out, release some tension, and recover. Trinny, are you okay?
Yeah.
That was a tough one, especially if it's really hot. But think of the arms. Those arms are going to be so defined.
I'm so excited. Yeah, what are we doing now, darling?
Stretching.
Oh my God, yes, okay. I just wanted to, well, there. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Stop.
Right. Lie on your back. Lie on your back, and I want you just to give your knees a hug. Bring the knees in towards the chest, give them a little hug, and gently rock from side to side, just so you can feel a little bit of release around the spine. Good. And now you're going to lengthen out your left leg on the ground. Good. And take hold of the back of that right leg. Okay. Take a deep breath in. You're going to bend the knee. And exhale, extend the leg. Really pushing your heel towards the sky. And now you're stretching. I want you to completely relax into those stretches. Let your body melt into the ground. And just focus on feeling that little bit of length through the muscles. Good. Going for another 4. For 3. 2. And last one. Hold it there if you can. So you're going to straighten the leg. Okay, now you can pull your hands through the triangle, take hold of the back of that right leg, and come into that figure 4 stretch.
Back of the left leg.
Sorry, yes, back of your left leg. That's it. Holding, good. Pull the leg towards you a little bit more if you can. Nice, trying to relax your head. If it feels really tight, we can do this one on the chair afterwards, which I think I'll get you to do anyway, so we can decompress the hips a little bit. Now I want you to bring your arms out into the 90-degree angles with your palms turned up to the sky. Cross your left leg over. Good, lift your legs a little bit, lower them to the right and look to your left. Good, and you can take, that's it, you can take that top of the left leg and push it down towards the ground to deepen the stretch. Good, and every time you exhale, just give in to the stretch, feel that everything is relaxing, And come back to the center on your next out breath. Good. Now you're going to stretch out the back of your right leg. So take a deep breath in. You're going to bend your knee and then exhale, extend your leg. Good. Try to rest your head, relax it on the ground. Don't worry if that leg is not completely straightening. So Trinny, how did you find teaching your session on Monday? I was so impressed that you did that.
It was all right. I did a few calisthenic stomach exercises, and then I just did a hodgepodge of what I remembered from our routine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should watch it back. I think we got through it, but I wouldn't say it was our best.
My mum couldn't believe that you did. She was so impressed. She did the exercises, I think.
Oh, did she?
Yes. And she said you managed to talk and do the exercises.
Yeah, I did.
You're going to hold your neck stretched. Pull your leg towards you. Everyone's saying you were brilliant. I think I'm out of a job now, Trinny.
Oh, so I realise how hard it is, because it's like you're thinking ahead of the next exercise as you're teaching the one you're doing, so that you have a rhythm that never breaks. And that's just like, you know, the thing is you probably plan a bit before.
Yeah.
But, you know, just that kind of what's in the flow. Some days you probably don't plan a bit before, but you've got to remember what's in your memory and what's going to come next.
Yeah. Well, I do plan most of my sessions before. I try and progress exercises, but it depends on how you're feeling. Sometimes you say to me, oh, I feel like actually doing this, and then I think, oh, that's not in my plan, so we'll just quickly think and do something else.
I'm worried that the people who were saying I was brilliant on Monday are not finishing stretching.
Yes, you should be stretching, so stop typing.
So important to stretch.
Press that arm right down towards the ground. Boo the cockapoo. Are you stretching? Because you're still typing. Keep holding that stretch. Good. Hold it for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center. I want you to turn over. Let's come into that cat dog stretch before you do your hip flexor stretches. You're going to push your chest down towards the ground. Good, and then come to neutral. And if you've got a mat at home, maybe fold it over a couple of times because you're going to be kneeling on one knee now. I want you to bring your left knee forward, keep your right knee on the ground. So you're in a split knee position here. That's it, so you're going to bring the leg forward so you're actually in more of like a split stance. So we can come into the hip flexor stretch. That's it, perfect. I want you to reach, you're going to reach that right arm up, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, lean to your right, and then rotate the body a little bit. Then inhale, come back to the center. So we're going to come into more of a moving dynamic stretch here. Lean, rotate, back to the center. Try to keep the hips tucked in and the hips stay pretty still. So when you rotate, you're getting in a nice...
rotating? Are you rotating towards the knee that's bent?
Yes, you're rotating towards the knee that's bent. So you're leaning towards that knee that's bent, and then rotating towards it. And then you can also lean your body forwards a little, because what you want to do is just try and create as much stretch through the front of the right side of your body as possible. I want you to lean and hold your next one and take hold of your wrist to pull, and that's going to stretch more your lats. Holding there for another 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center. Switch to do the same on the other side. So hips are tucked in, your left glute is engaged, you reach your left arm up, deep breath in, and exhale, lean to your right. And then you can rotate a little bit, pushing the hips forwards a little bit, come back to the center. Deep breath in, exhale, lean, rotate, push forwards, and then come back to the center. You're going to do this one more time. Lean, rotate, push forwards, come back to the center, take hold of your left wrist in your right hand, and just lean to your right. So arms are up, and you're leaning to your right. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center. You're going to come up onto your feet, and you're going to grab your chair now. We're going to do a couple of stretches in the sitting on the chair. It's important to get in this release work, because it's all very good working out and being strong, but with strength, your muscles also start to get a bit tight. So I want you to cross your left ankle over your right knee. And you're actually going to push that knee as if you're pulling it out of the hip socket, and you can push your body away a little bit. You can also take hold of the back of the chair, put your hand on the back of the chair. And this is going to be a nice stretch, a nice little decompression for the hip. Deep breath in, come to the center. Exhale, you're going to push or it starts to release. Yeah, it does feel really good release. Because hips get tight, they get so tight. They bear a lot of, a lot of weight, a lot of strain. Going for another 2. Good, and last one. Back to the center. Place that foot down, cross the other ankle over your knee. You can take hold of the back of the chair with the left hand. You're going to push, or rather think about pulling your leg out of that acetabulum or that hip socket. So you're really getting in that release. Deep breath in, exhale, push it out. 3 more, and then we're going to do some neck stretches. 2. And last one. Good. Place that foot down. And you're going to roll the shoulders back, just make sure they're nice and relaxed. Tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. And then bring your head back to the center. Tilt your left ear to your left shoulder, and now sit on your right hand. Just on the fingertips, really. And that's going to help anchor your arm down. I want you to take your left hand and just place it on the right side of your head. Good, so you're just helping the traps lengthen out. And then you can start to lean away. So you're leaning to the left, but also forwards a little bit. And that helps to stretch out the neck a little bit more. Okay, come back to the center, and I want you to rotate your head to look down at your left pocket. Take hold of the back of your head. And again, you can start to lean to the left and forward slightly. Come back to the center. Slowly rotate your head to the center and then lift your head. And let's do the same on the other side. First, we're just going to tilt the right ear to the right shoulder, then back to the center. And again, tilt. Now you're going to sit on your fingertips of your left hand. Place your right hand on the left side of your head. And let that arm anchor your head down. Pull the shoulder back so you're getting a deeper stretch. And now you can lean away a little bit if you find this does help you get deeper into the stretch. Now you're going to rotate to look down at your right pocket, take hold of the back of your head. And if you're really tight around here, you might even feel it go up into the base of your head into your scalp. You might feel a nice release around that cervical spine. Come back to the center. Roll those shoulders back a couple of times. We're going to stretch the front of the neck. I want you to place one hand on your chest and the other hand over the top. Bring the shoulders back, and you're going to look up towards the right corner of the room. Keep pinning the front of your chest down, so you're pinning that fascia down, and you're going to feel a nice big stretch, probably going up towards your jaw, because that's where that muscle sort of inserts. Come back to the center. Let's switch to do the same on the other side. Good. Come back to the center. You're going to relax down. Let your head relax, and I want you to interlink your fingers behind your head. Then you're very gently going to pull your head towards your chest, your chin towards your chest. And this is going to release all along the spine. You're getting a little bit of traction. Then take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let your arms drop. You're going to very slowly begin to stack up your spine. Roll the shoulders back a couple of times. Come up onto your feet. Set that posture. And you are finished, Trinny.
So great.
That was quite a big stretch. We're at 4 minutes past 9, but I feel
Yeah,
like we
so worth
needed
it. Yeah, I think we did. That was fantastic. Thank you so much.